BJ Payne, he works for Ohio Valley Wrestling?
Yes.
Okay. So you had a WWE developmental contract for a while? Yeah. So what was the biggest stars you worked for over there, like that are on TV now?
Pretty much the whole time I was down there, I was in a group. I'm still not in a group anymore, but I was in the Disciples of Sin, and I was in it with myself and the manager of Sin, Leviathan at the time, who was now Batista, was in the group as well. We rivaled against Brock Lesnar and Shelton Benjamin when they were down there. They were a tag team called the Minnesota Stretching Crew.
Oh, wow, that's pretty neat.
Worked those guys. Worked the Hardy Boys, came down a couple times. Worked them. Pretty much everybody came through there. Randy Orton, Prototype. I was at an angle with actually Prototype and Rico Constantino. They were a tag team down there. Yeah. Rico the stylist now. Yeah. So we worked against them in a tag for a while. So.
And you went to Mount Union. What was it like playing football there? You pretty much won every game. You never hardly lost.
Yeah, I was very fortunate. I played at Massillon and then I played at Mount Union, and it was great. Mount Union, I was 54-1 there. Lost one game my freshman year in the national semifinals, and then won national championships going 14-0 my sophomore, junior, and senior years.
Yeah. And Jim Ballard, he was their team, wasn't he?
Yeah, actually Ballard was before me. He graduated the year before I got there.
Okay. And so, how do you compare football and wrestling?
You know, they're both great. Whenever I play football, I still like to entertain people. I painted my face. I celebrated after sacks. That's just the way I was. I was a showman when I was playing football. And it's carried over and on to wrestling. I'm the same way because I believe, you know, if you sell to the people, to the audience, to the crowd, they'll keep coming back and they still want more. And that's what you have to do. You have to entertain and give them what they want. Give them what they want. They come back and they buy tickets and come back again.
And you were born with already a good wrestling name, because most people probably think it wasn't, you know, they were asking what your real name.
Everybody always says, okay, BJ, what's your real name? And I'm like, BJ Payne. You know, everybody always assumes that it's my wrestling name, but it's not. It's my real name. It's my God-given name, and that's what I've had, a parent-given name, but I've had that all my life. So I've been fortunate with football and wrestling to have a name like that.
Yeah. So speaking of pain, what's been your worst injuries in wrestling?
Well, when I first got into the business, I will tell you this, I've had more injuries in wrestling in 3 years than I did in football playing 17 years. Yeah. Originally when I first started, I broke my kneecap playing football, and then I've had my head busted open here, 13 staples there, had it busted open here, which was 10 staples across my head, and then I also suffered a real bad neck injury. I had to miss about 6 months about a year ago, where I actually went paralyzed in the ring, and I had 2 bulging discs on my neck. And something called spinal stenosis in there in the spinal column. They were going to send me out to Youngblood, who's the same guy that operated on Austin, Benoit, Rhino, and Lita. Scotty too hotty, but I ended up avoiding it. I had to go through like 5 months of rehab and cortisone shots in my neck every Monday for 5 weeks.
Is that similar to what Kurt Angle has currently then, or something?
Yeah, it's real close to what Kurt has. Kurt's avoiding that, you know.
Yeah, he's getting like a
doctor.
He's actually getting a surgery where he's going to be back in 6 weeks or something like that. How the heck can he come back at sooner?
He'll be back soon.
Yeah, because he is really entertaining.
Kurt's great.
Yeah. So what do you think? Who do you think is the most entertaining wrestlers out there right now?
You know, that's hard to say because everybody has their niche. Everybody has their thing. What they do and what they don't do. I grew up admiring D'Lo. D'Lo was the one who kind of brought me into this business. And D'Lo, I've always thought is one of the best workers in this business. Everybody's great, but you know, guys get to the top for a reason. It's because they're the best. And the cream always rises to the top. Creating Brock Lesnar, what he's done in a year in the business is unreal. Triple H is, in my opinion, hands down the top worker in the business, and Kurt Angle, you got guys like Undertaker who are just phenomenal. But once again, don't forget about Randy Orton, because Randy Orton is going to be the best superstar in WWE in a couple years, hands down. Yeah. Randy's got all the tools.
Yeah, and it's pretty freaky how I heard that was like a match of a nightmare. Him and Batista and and it's just a.
I talked to Randy about 2 or 3 times a day. It's like when he was at Louisville, he was like my little brother, and I still talk to him 2 or 3 times a day. And he's really struggling because he was coming back from a shoulder injury, and this happened to him. But he's only supposed to be out like a month, and he's gonna be back, so he's doing great.
And I heard, are they gonna reform the Horsemen? You think?
I don't know. Well, they started the thing where they were calling them Evolutions. So
yeah.
I'm gonna stay with that.
At least he's not doing a cowboy gimmick. I don't think they can get over it. Yeah. Maybe have the foot. What did he break his leg there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll have to wear one of his legs and kick people around or something. Okay, well, thanks a lot, BJ, and good luck.
Thanks. Yeah, appreciate it.
Hey, if you have an email address, I can